Sorry about that. Little technical glitch to start the show, but we are back. We are back. It's good to be back. Had a big freaking week making all that money. I hope you're doing well counting your money because we had a monster week. A week as good as they get. Really good week. Do it. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Y'all had a couple glitches I had to take care of, but we're back. We're live. I'm glad to have y'all. It's a good one. It's a good one. Another big week. Another really big week. Again, we're making a habit out of this. Want to win every single week now. That's 3 weeks in a row we hit on our locks. So we're getting back. We're getting back in good shape. All right, let me do this first. Let me pay the bills first. Let me pay the bills. Head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. Carnivalbar.com. A meal in your pocket. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. Carnivalbar.com, the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. I travel all the time. I bring these with me. I don't want to eat foods with preservatives and carbohydrates and junk and this and that. So I keep a carnivore bar with me at all times. And when I got to eat, 2 of them eat like a meal. So it's actually not expensive. It's actually a fairly cheap meal. 2 of them, I'm good all day. I don't need to eat again if I eat 2 of these per day. So head on over to carnivalbar.com, promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. This was first of all, Alexander Usyk. Kudos to him. Great job on that. I want the homeboy to retire now. I was what up, XL? I was a little worried that they were gonna rob Usyk, but I thought he dominated the fight well enough. It was gonna be super hard to take it from him. I thought 8-4 was about right. I watched the fight on replay. I saw it much later. I thought 8-4 was a good card, and that's what all 3 judges had it. Alexander Usyk 116, 112 times 3. No longer undisputed heavyweight champ because of nonsense. But hang on. All right. I was traveling yesterday and I was watching my Longhorns game. Well, I want to address this comment. I want to address the comment, but I was out traveling all day. I didn't really see anything, and then I went over family's house to watch the Longhorns game, and I came back. I watched the replay. I watched the Tyson Fury Usyk card on fight, just the main event on replay. So the only fight I saw this weekend was Usyk versus Fury. That's it. I didn't see anything else. So I heard that Fisher may have gotten a gift, which I can't even believe the fight was close. I don't understand David Allen. I don't get David Allen, but I heard that he did quite well in this fight. Is that correct? Do you guys do you guys in the chat agree with that? Do you think Johnny Fisher was given a gift decision? And I want to address this. Johnny Fisher is the money fighter. David Allen is. Yo, what up, Muscles? What up, Muscles? Muscle, I want to ask you about this. I know you said the fight was close. Pablo says that Johnny Fisher was gifted a decision that he got, a decision he didn't deserve. Do you feel that way? Which I also want to address that. Guys, this is boxing. It's a business. It's entertainment. There are certain fighters who there's economic interest in them winning that fight. Johnny Fisher is the prospect. Johnny Fisher is the up-and-comer. David Allen is a has-been. He's shot. There's no interest in him winning the fight. There is interest in Fisher winning the fight. So don't be surprised when Fisher gets a close decision. Now, Pablo says it was a gift. Muscles the other day told me that it was very, very close decision. So I'll let you guys debate it out. But it was all right. Muscles agree. Yeah, he was getting this, bro. He got whooped in the later rounds, but I would say Fisher was beating clearly in the other. All right. So I guess Muscles agrees with you, Pablo. I guess he got a gift. And again, you guys, you have to factor in the robbery. You have to factor in it. It's a factor. Fugazi, fake, gay, rigged scorecards are just part of it. Like, that's part of the sport. You know, I've been doing this a long time. You can't cry when it happens to you because you're going to celebrate when you're in the right. You have to. It's like the wind. It's like you have to consider it in your equation. That's why I told you guys not to bet on the Usyk Fury fight. I had a real bad feeling, and it didn't come through. It didn't come to fruition, but you got to keep it in your back pocket. There could be a robbery. There could be a robbery. There could be a robbery. There's politics involved. There is always, always, always politics involved. The robbery is real. The robbery is real, and you have to factor it in. That's why some fights, I just say it's best to lay off the fight. Just lay off of it. There's other fights that we can make money on, other fights with less political interest in it, other fights where it's going to be clear one-sided. You pick the winner. Or one fight where you know who's going to get the decision before the fight starts. If it's close, you know which way already the decision is going. You're not going to be surprised. Like me and Muscles did that Salida Promotions card, and I said just take all of the home fighters, take all the Detroit-based fighters. You did that, and you hit the parlay, and at least one of them got a really highly questionable decision. Like it is what it is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it should be this way. This is not an ought claim. This is an is claim. I'm saying there is corruption in boxing. There is politics in boxing. So you have to factor that in. I'm not saying there ought to be corruption in boxing or there ought to be. I'm not saying that this is not an ought claim. Remember what I told you? Just know what fights to stay away from. Yeah, you remember what I told you that you just know what fights to stay away from. Yeah, I look at certain fights and I say, look, and I think 116, 112 in the Fury Usyk fight was fine. I think that was a fine verdict. I think 116, 112 was a fine scorecard. But yeah, there are some fights you should stay away from. There's so many fights that we can bet on. We're looking for 3 or 4 fights to parlay together with decent odds that we can make money on. And that's what we're looking at. And I made money on 2 parlays. If you got my lock of the week, I gave you that lock, that hit, of course. And then I did another little parlay, 2-leg parlay. Johnny Fisher, money line. And I took the over on Isaac Lowe and Lee McGregor. And that came through, obviously, as McGregor took a unanimous decision. But some fights you just need to stay away from because they're rigged and fake and gay and fugazi, and it's just not worth betting on, right? Like, you know the sport, you know the nature of the beast. So, like, some fights like that, like Usyk should win this fight, but I'm afraid a decision could go to Fury, so I'm just going to lay off this action. There are other fights where I'm so confident that this is a close fight, but they're going to give the hometown fighter or the house fighter or whatever it may be. They're going to give fighter a close decision. You can rest assured of that. You know, I've been involved in fights with certain promotions where they had a fighter they wanted to cut, and they put him in with a step-up opponent, and they're trying to score a fight for the step-up opponent. I've seen this all before. I've seen all of it. But yeah, a lot of times it's going to be a fake and gay and rigged and fugazi scorecard. You have to factor that in. It has to be a part of your math, right? It is what it is. You have to factor that in no matter what. You have to consider that. What's the economic interest in fighter A or fighter B winning? And so, like, sometimes it's not, and sometimes it's just bad scorecards, right? Sometimes it's just crappy scorecards. It's not necessarily an economic thing; it's an incompetence thing. But what we know is that the hometown fighter and the money fighter often get the decision. Okay, why would that be? Ask yourself that question. Exactly. We're looking for the easier fight locks that are going to make us money and cash us out. And that, my fellas, is what this man does best. Thank you, Muscles. Thank you, Muscles. Right. I don't care if it's, $100 million fight or a backyard brawl. If there's money to be made on it, then I'm going to show you how to make money on it. And if the fight is fake and rigged and game for Gazy, I'm going to say probably lay off that fight. The only bet that I liked, really, I kind of liked Usyk at -115 to win by decision or in the second half of the fight. I like that prop, and I really like the over. And obviously, both of those bets hit. Any questions, comments, thoughts, anything like that about the card itself? The card itself, I didn't watch, so I don't really know what questions I can ask. But as far as the betting side of it, do you guys have any thoughts, comments, concerns on that side of it, the betting side of it? I want to pull up this. So I already did a video for this. You guys can see this, right? Yeah. I already did a video for Inoue and Goodman. That video is out. It is surfacing the boxing universe. After that, we don't have anything until February. We have Brandon Figueroa, Stephen Fulton, David Benavidez, and David Morrell. 2 big fights. So I'm going to start hammering out videos. All right, I'm going to get these videos out for you guys. But in the interim, I still have an entire month worth of fights, and we should be dropping some things. But right now, this is all we got, right? We don't have much in terms of the month of January. January is historically a slow month. I'm going to get into what we do have this month. And we can start to take a look at that. But it's going to be quiet for the rest of the year. We have a card the 8th. We have a card the 11th. And then it picks up again the 24th. So from now till that 24th, the next couple of weeks, it's going to be slow. It's going to be quiet. Bear with me, guys. Stick with me. I'm going to get you out locks. I'm going to get you out what I can. I'm gonna pull that up in just a second. I'm gonna go over that with y'all. All right, I'm gonna pull up pro boxing odds. I'm gonna get you guys what I can. I don't know if you guys can use another book or what you can do because it's slim pickings, like I said, for the rest of the year. But as soon as odds on fights drop, I'm gonna get them out to you. I'm gonna just get you the best odds that I can. I'm gonna get you the best bets that I can. But I'm just letting you know in advance. If there's no fights, I can't give you guys anything. Unfortunately, I am going to start the Discord. I'm going to invite all my Patreons into the Discord so we can interact. And it's easier to use than Patreon, which kind of sucks to use as far as a communication tool. So I'm going to send out a Patreon invite. I'm going to get that going over the next few days. I know I've been chit chatting about it for a while, but I'm going to get it going. All right, so here's what we have. December 26th. On FanDuel, we have Carlos Canizales and Pena Podopsy. I'm not super familiar with this guy. I'm not familiar with him at all. Oh, Thailand fighter? Okay. I'm going to do a video for that. I'm going to try to do a video for that. I'm going to try to do as many videos as I can to get you guys as much content. Yep, Jai Apataya comes up in January. I will get you a video out for that. I'm just going to go over it with you guys real quick. I'm going to get you out Jai Apataya. But, guys, if you can access another book, what you guys do what you need to do. But I'm going to try to do videos for this. Then on December 31st, I'm sure the rest of the books will pick this up. We're still 9 days out or so, but we have Susumi and Rene Alvarado, which is a fantastic fight, and we have Fernando Martinez and Kazuyoka, which is a really, really interesting fight to bet. And that's what we have for the rest of this year. We have 2 cards left, one in Japan and one in Thailand. But I'm going to try to get books on both of these. And then that takes us to January. We have Jai Apataya. And what else is on that card? That is a Matchroom card, correct? I believe that is a Matchroom card. I think that's going to be on the zone. Yeah, it is. I'm sure, like, that's a Justice Uni Max McIntyre. That's going to be a full card, a decent card with a lot of fights that we can bet. So that'll be something that we can look at here. I'll pull it up right now for you guys. That card. I'm sure Kristen will be on my live streams telling us about what we need to see for those upcoming fights. But we have that's January 8th. It's a Wednesday. Interesting night for boxing. Wednesday. Jai Apataya, David Naika, Justice Uni, Sean Potgieter, Austin Akuso, Habib Ahmed. He's been around a while. That's interesting. It's a name that you guys know. Lost to Fundora. Had no contest with Alantes Fox. And Gilberto Ramirez as well back in 2018. Of course. Max McIntyre. So it's a decent card. It's of interest to me. We'll obviously do that. And then January 11th, we are back. Caroline Dubois. Caroline Dubois, the sister of heavyweight title holder Daniel Dubois, will be in action. I checked the wrong box here. And it is a Queensberry card, or is this on? It's a boxer card. So this would probably be on the Peacock Network in the U.S. I would guess. Does anyone know where? We're still a whiles out. We're still 11-9, 3 weeks out from this fight. Reese Edwards. Is Reese Edwards still fitting to be on this card? Caroline Dubois, Jessica Kamara, Colin Simpson, and Steve Woodall. Decent card here as well. We got a couple prospects on it. Mario Silver, Elias Price, Sam Hickey, and Billy Dennis. So not a bad card there. Just break up the monotony, give us a little bit. Yeah, Caroline Dubois might be an interesting play. Akuso brothers seem like a safe play. We're going to have some bets. We're going to make some money. Just bear with me. I'm going to make the money for you guys where I can. There's not a ton of money to be made. I'm gonna piece it together the best that I can for you guys. All right. So that is the Caroline Dubois card. Let's get back to the pro boxing odds. Guys, smash the like button while you can. Smash the like button, like, subscribe, share if you have not already. And that's really it. That's what we have for the next 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a couple of cards, a couple of fights. I'm going to go through all the videos, do as much as I can for you guys. We'll get something out. We'll absolutely get something out for you guys. If you have not already, join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. I'm going to pin it in the chat as well. So that's there. And if you forgot, it's nearly Christmas, and your gambling advisor loves Christmas gifts. So don't forget to tip your gambling advisor for Christmas. He's made you money all year. We've gotten rich together all year, and now it's the end of the year. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys got rich. I hope you helped bring down the house. But remember to tip your gambling advisor as well. I take super chats. I got my Cash App in that little ticker below. Super chats or Cash Apps are always appreciated. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Other than that, I wanted to get into Usyk as well. Just not a gambling note, boxing talk in general. Me personally, I would love to see Usyk retire. I think that's ideal. I would absolutely love to see Usyk retire. I think his legacy is complete. I don't think he can do anything to build his legacy anymore. I think that's done. I think his legacy is complete. I think his legacy is he's the greatest cruiserweight of all time. And he is the best heavyweight of his era. Of the Wilder, Joshua, Fury era, he is the best heavyweight of that era. That three-headed monster that was supposed to give us so many great fights. Wilder, Joshua, Fury. The winner of that era is absolutely, unquestionably, unequivocally Alexander Usyk. He is the king of that division by far. So he's the best heavyweight of that era. He's probably a top 20 fighter of all time, and he's the greatest cruiserweight of all time. When you take the best heavyweight of an era and the best cruiserweight ever, that's got to be a guy that is around top 20. So a hell of a career for Usyk. I don't think there's anywhere else for his legacy to go. I don't think he has any more legacy fights. I think that should be it for him. If I was Usyk, I'd hang it up. There's nothing left for him to prove. He is an absolute legend of the ring. I'm trying to find out. Yep, he got $100 million for that fight. 55-45 split of $190 million. He got $100 million last night. It's a lot of money, man. 191 million, it's say 150 million pounds. So he never has to work again. It's their first person was about 140 million that they split. This is and Tyson Fury will shockingly forfeit 35 million of massive purse to UK taxes. Taxing someone $35 million of their purse is telling them that you don't want them to live in your country anymore. If someone told me I need to pay $35 million of taxes in one check, I would say you don't want me to live in this country anymore. That's the reality of the matter. I'm kind of, Usyk's legacy is complete. I think that era of heavyweight is now over. I think that era, Wilder, Fury, Usyk, Joshua, that monster, it's complete. We know what we got. I don't think any of them should. I mean, if Joshua wants to fight again, Joshua can fight again. But I think Fury should retire. I think Wilder should retire. And I think Usyk should definitely retire. I think Usyk should ride into the sunset, ride away from the sport as one of the greatest fighters the sports have ever seen. AJ's 35. He could fight again if he wants to, but after the Dubois loss, I'm not sure why he'd want to. Anthony Joshua's made a ton of money. I believe he has a life outside the ring. I think he can do a lot of things outside the ring. He had a great career, not as good as the others, but a very, very good career, specifically and especially for a guy that got into the sport so late. He's got a lot of good wins. He was heavyweight champion a couple of times. Good run. He'll be remembered. Anthony Joshua, 28-4, 25 knockout. Got knocked out twice, once by Dubois and once by Fat Andy Ruiz. Got knocked down 4 times by Daniel Dubois, shockingly. But just give you guys a rundown. I'm gonna try to go live every week. You guys can ask me anything. Y'all can ask me questions. But I'm gonna do a video every single day this week. to close out the year, except for Christmas. I ain't going to be doing no video on Christmas. I will probably do one on Christmas Eve. But, guys, let me know your schedule. And, again, I'm going to set up that Patreon as well. I'm going to set up the Patreon as well. But I'm going to be dropping videos for you guys every single day, every day, to get you guys some content. We don't take it easy. We don't slow down. We go full steam ahead, even during the Christmas vacation. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. How's everyone's year with sports gambling? I'm nervous to look at my stat sheet on DraftKings. Well, I had a fantastic year, but I only bet on boxing. So you guys know, I put it out there. You know that I've done, and I'm not trying to sound like, but obviously I'm good at this. Obviously I make money on this. So if you guys want to make money consistently, join my Patreon, get the lock of the week. It's a parlay that hits. A lot of times I'm going to give you two. Just to let you guys know what the parlays were this week, I'm going to run that down for you guys. It was McGrail, Itzwama, and Boachuk all on the money line was one, and I took the over. I took the over on Isak Lowe and Lee McGregor, which hit, and Johnny Fisher on the money line, which hit as well. That was those were the two locks that I gave you guys. If you did that, you made a ton of money. If you didn't, you blew an opportunity. Hope you made money on what y'all did bet on. All right, y'all. It is December 22nd, 2024. If you have any last minute comments, questions, thoughts, super chats, whatever it may be, put them in the chat now. Put them in the chat now, or forever hold your peace. It is December 22nd, 2024. From Texas to the world. Rocket, my dude. Rocket, hope everything is well, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. I am tired. I got stuff I still got to do. Again, guys, smash the like button on the way out. There's no last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats. I'm going to head on out. It is December 22nd. It's almost Christmas, guys. I hope y'all got your Christmas shopping done. December 22nd, 2024, from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless.